My name is Roland Shapungot, and I'll be doing my final presentation on cinematography. So, what is cinematography? It's visualizing a story through motion picture photography. In movies you will see every scene be properly organized by the stage director and set up the stage props and all the different properties of that scene, which is also known as the mise-en-scene. Camera shots have different properties in those scenes that influence the storytelling, like the lighting of the scene, whether you want to create a mood of happiness or suspicion, it will be through the lighting of the scene. The speed and the length of the scene, whether you want the scene to have a longer duration of time to convey a story or a short amount of time to convey a story, and the camera angles of the scene and the depth of the camera angle, whether you want to have a high angle shot portraying a settlement of land or a big battle scene between two empires, and special effects to bolster those scenes like CGI, which is used in most movies today. I'll be doing my analysis on different scenes from the three movies: The Fellowship of the Ring, The Two Towers, and The Return of the King. My personal favorite. This is the Battle of Helm's Deep in the movie The Two Towers, and I'll be analyzing aspects of cinematography in this clip. So, this movie is known for its close-up shots and very use of CGI. This scene has lots of CGI with a good mix of uh, real life animation. Like here, this is CGI with the orcs. We have an overhead angle of how they're marching towards the castle, and this shot of the elderly women and children hiding in the cave is reused a lot in this scene, as you can tell here. But yeah, move forward. We have more close-up shots with some orcs, and the elves, the men, as they're preparing for war. This is really the emphasis of the tension they feel here is the main factor of this startup scene. And now we have close-up shots, low angle with the orcs screaming in rage as they're ready for war, and the captain of the orcs, our main villain for this battle, charges them forward. And now we see overhead angle, the use of CGI, and we saw this shot already back here, but here we also got a ground perspective of how tall the castle is and perspective of the ground. But we also had a overhead perspective here, right here, and now it's reused right here when the battle actually starts. And here they have volleys of arrows with more close-up shots as they get shot, as well as the humans and archers, humans and elves. And now we have more close-up shots of the actual fighting here when the orcs get over the walls. But yeah, I think that is it for this clip. Thank you. This is Fellowship of the Ring, the opening scene, and I'll be analyzing aspects of cinematography in this scene. The main factor of Lord of the Rings is its CGI. They use CGI lots in this movie, and I'll be talking about it a lot, as well as the close-up shots and different angles of shots. But like here, this is CGI of men and elves and orcs in this shot right here.
They fought.
We can see the dark orcs in all black, just representing evil, and the golden elves and men. And here we can see really the distinction of CGI versus real animated. And here it's back to CGI. Like the use of CGI is very important in this series. But here's close-up shots of the actors actually acting with the choreography and fight scene of the whole battle. And right here is the introduction of Sauron and how we see it kind of high angle shot looking down at the humans and elves, giving us that fear factor of Sauron. And here more CGI's use of the magic of Sauron to to display his magic, his dark magic of just launching men and elves into the air, and how powerful he is. And Sauron is purely CGI. So every scene you see of him is CGI. And here Sauron with his CGI fingers gets cut off, but we get a cut into real life animation and see like physical fingers holding Sauron's ring drop. And now we get a overhead CGI shot of elves, men, and orcs in this battlefield. Like just look at this use of CGI here. It is phenomenal. Seeing like every single warrior in the battlefield can't be done with just regular animation. We need better technologies to really represent the Grand Scale War.
The ring passed to Isildur, who had this power.
And here I want to showcase slow motion that is happening in this scene to kind of give you that surprise, shocking factor of an ambush, and kind of fear as well, because you just see that humans getting obliterated. And I think that will be all in this clip. Thank you. Hello, this is the Fellowship of the Ring. This is the clip of the death of Boromir. Spoilers, but movie's been out for quite some time, so. But I'll be analyzing aspects of cinematography in this clip. This opening shot right here, is amazing. The far view of Legolas shooting orcs and Aragorn fighting this one orc by the tree here. And this shot is phenomenal. We see them both fighting at the same time and kind of low angle. But we also see the prowess of Legolas here, taking down multiple orcs at once, while Aragorn is just worried about the one. Skip forward here, more close-up shots. See, even Legolas has to save him.
The Horn of Gondor.
Skip forward here. These are all extras playing right here. There's less CGI in this clip, which I really appreciate. So we get to kind of take a break from the animated, computer-generated objects that we see. This is just choreography at its finest. We get the example of Kenneth's movement here. There might be some parts of CGI right here with these orcs, but most of it, right, as we see, is real life, just people with makeup. And here we have the death of Boromir, kind of the slow motion music, the somber music playing, and just the quietness with the first arrow shot. See how the sound is muffled, except for the sword slashes and his voice, as well as the music, representing his death, but his strong will to keep fighting and defend Merry and Pippin. He keeps fighting. This still echoed sounds we hear of just his voice and the music and the sword slashes. Still the slow motion representing sadness. And I think that's all we have to see here. Again, we get more interactions with the extras in the real life animation. But yeah, I think that is it for this one. Thank you. In conclusion, cinematography is the backbone of visual storytelling in order to make the audience feel engaged by implementing different types of camera shots that makes the scene authentic. It enhances the visual narrative of the story that influences the audience to understand the overall mood of each scene.